Hello, my name is Darrell,
And my name is Greg.
and this is Inside the Mastermind. And today we're going to talk a little bit about habits, but beforehand, I've got to go ahead with the corny joke here. So I've got a corny joke of the day from jokebuddha.com, actually. So a lady walks up to a little old man in a rocking chair on his porch, and she says, "I couldn't help noticing how happy you look," she said. She said, "What's your top secret for a long, happy life?" He says, "I smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day, and I also drink a case of whiskey a week. I have oily foods, and I never exercise." "That's amazing," the lady says. "How old are you?" "I'm 26," she says. So hopefully you're not somebody who has habits like that. But that's what we're going to talk about today, and kind of just talk about habits and like personal habits, how those are affecting you in general and whatnot in your life. And I know for me, anyway, I'll go ahead and start, and Greg, you can jump in at any time. But for me, I have a habit of just kind of all constantly going to the gym. And maybe we talked about this in a previous episode, but I try and get to the gym a couple times a week there. Um, Lately, it's been about 3 or 4 or so, but usually I try to get to the gym like every every single week at minimum, usually a couple times a week, and kind of go for it there. And I've kind of built that habit since high school, maybe even high school or college there. I just remember I was having a little bit of a rough time my first quarter at college. And the one suggestion my dad gave, which is probably still one of the best suggestions that he's given me, there is to make sure that, hey, when you feel frustrated, when you're a little bit angry and just kind of phased, go ahead and work out and just go ahead and do some type of physical exercise. And he's a little bit older than me. He's probably yeah, I won't say his age because he's kind of sensitive about it. But let's just say a couple of decades older than this face right here. And he still goes to the gym on a pretty regular basis there. And he has remained pretty healthy, relatively healthy for his age. And I think that's just a habit that kind of either adopt or you should adopt at some point in life. What do you think though, Greg? Like, how about you? What's a good habit that you kind of get in?
Yeah, that's awesome. So I do have a habit of, I do wake up pretty much in the morning, like 4:15 ish, on the weekdays. Go to the gym, and then when I come home, I actually read either 1 to 3 chapters in a book that I try to stick with educational and inspirational books. So I read something that's educational, that's going to help me just learn more about what I'm trying to accomplish with like a financial vehicle, and then an inspirational book that just keep me going and motivated and inspired to be able to help inspire other people one day. So that's a I guess I do try to I do have other habits, but those are generally the ones that get me going in the morning. Like wake up, work out, come home, make like a fresh smoothie or eat something good, like a nice healthy breakfast that's more organic, and then read a few chapters in a book. Also, when I'm driving, I like to listen to positive audio as well, like education, inspirational audio as well. So those are to me general habits that get me to go do other habits initially.
No, I completely agree with you on the positive audio there. I'm kind of right there with you. Like the only thing that I really get from the library at this point and stuff, and I'm a bibliophile for sure, is audio books. And I think right now the name of the audio book that I'm like 80% through is called Smarter and Faster. It's by the same people the same guy, I believe, who wrote The Power of Habit. There, I'll have to look it up here, but yeah, no, I mean, I think Zig Ziglar, if anybody's familiar with that name, is someone who kind of put out there the idea of automobile university, and I think other authors and speakers have come out with the kind of the same idea and concept, but I think Zig Ziglar is the one who kind of came out and said like, hey, this is something that you could do, because if you're taking the time to listen to positive audio or audio that is instructional on a regular basis instead of listening to, the regular radio and whatnot, you can kind of go through the equivalent of college courses on a quarterly basis there, like one college course a quarter or so, or maybe depending on how long your commute is, you can do it like every couple months or so. So that's another good habit to have. I guess maybe I could just kind of do a spotlight on some negative habits that I'm trying to get out of here. And a negative habit that in my household with me and my son is just watching TV. They're like, we haven't watched any TV so far this year, crossing the fingers. We've definitely done a little bit of YouTube, obviously. Definitely like watched a couple, DVDs here and there, but as far as TV goes, we have not silent TVs, and I'm still resisting the urge to sign up for Netflix, because Netflix can turn into a bad habit. I think I've before, and yeah, you could just sit and watch TV endlessly for hours and hours and like learn a whole lot about some imaginary people. But I don't know that that's positive. Like, are there any negative habits that you used to have that you're trying to get rid of or have gotten rid of at all, Greg?
Yeah, that's powerful that you said that, Darrell, as far as you said, spending time learning about fictional people who don't exist. Like, I totally agree with that. Now, yeah, during the week, it is a habit or bad habit that I used to have was, I would watch TV like every day, come home from work and just watch TV until I get tired and go to sleep. I've totally cut out TV during the week. Now, I still do watch it a little bit on the weekends to try to, reward myself, take a little break. Like, hey, I did good during the week. I stick to my work habits, outside of the corporate job. And then, so now, I could watch a little bit of TV here and there on the weekends, maybe it's Saturday, Sunday, maybe a little something like that. But again, I don't try to do it all day. I watch a little bit of TV to maybe come back, work a little bit, then go watch maybe an episode or two here. But yeah, not because I know some people, they get really excited that, hey, I just binge watched this whole series, 13 episodes in one day. And it's like, wow, it's like they feel accomplished. But it's like, how is that helping you in your life or building up a legacy for you to pass on or help other people? That's not doing anything for you, just kind of wasting your brain energy. So I totally agree with that. So yeah, TV during the week I got rid of. Listen to music in the car, pretty much 100%. I listen to like 99.99% is some type of educational audio. So those are habits that I did have prior, and I did change and pretty much got through those. And then also just having a work habit, like after work, instead of come home tired, I just learned to think differently. Like, I'm not really tired. This is for my future. It is actually exciting. So I developing a work habit. Like, I feel weird now if I just say we're not to do something that's working on my business when I'm done with work. So yeah, just developing those habits, and just like brush your teeth. You brush your teeth every morning because, hey, I don't want to go out in public with this stank breath and knock somebody out. So I just kind of developed hey, I have to do this habit because I won't feel right, and it makes you feel better, more confident. So yeah, those are some habits that I replace. Take something of lesser value and replace it with something of greater value.
Absolutely. And yeah, no, I think it's so powerful that like the habits that you create. I know a habit that I have been trying to get rid of for a relatively not so forceful habit that I've been trying to get rid of is just like limiting my sweets a little bit. I still have like a stash of candy that's in the cupboard right now, so I need to work on avoiding that. The Rock, or Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson here, is I've heard that he for a while there had not eaten any candy for like 15 years or 20 years or something like that, and that's kind of like how he kind of kept his physique. And that I think the only reason I know that is that there was a Jimmy Fallon episode where he had him on. It's like, I heard this rumor. Is it true? He's like, yeah, it's true. And like, he just had this like stash of candy that he's like, will you kind of go ahead and break this with me right now? And like, he did have a little bit of candy and partake, but you don't kind of get to that level without like having some habits where you have to kind of sacrifice a little bit and stuff. So sometimes you do have to kind of sacrifice one area of your life in order to excel in another there. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Greg? And then we could probably wrap up.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with you as far as just think about as far as you have like a tool belt or something that's filled with different tools and it's like, hey, I want to add this tool to my tool belt, kind of like a video game. Think about it. I used to play Resident Evil a lot, and I know that it was sometimes you would get full, or not even just that specific game, but you have to discard something to pick up something else. So I want to think of it as far as that way, to where you have all these things. Okay, what do I really need, and what don't I need? So when you really look at that, you may only need, let's say your tool belt holds, I don't know, 30 items, and when you really look at it, you only need 4 of those items. All the rest are just like dead weight holding you down, making you take longer to reach different goals and land points, check marks. So yeah, I do believe that when you take out things that's not really that important, like candy, and you're not gonna die if you don't eat candy, is actually helping your body. It's actually more powerful, but it tastes so good you want it. So you do have to develop that discipline to add, hey, let me add some more vegetables or fruit, or even if you do eat snacks, just like something more organic or healthier. Because I know when I decided, another habit that I broke, where I decided one day, hey, I'm going to buy, eat. I'm not going to eat anything that has high fructose corn syrup in it. And then when I looked around, everything in my house had high fructose corn syrup. I'm like, man, I really love this. I never thought I would give this up. I love this. I love this. But then when I learned to just kind of rearrange some things, I would still buy certain things that taste good, but they were just healthier. They had maybe 3 or 4 ingredients versus 20 that I couldn't even understand. And it was just better in my body, and I could totally feel it. Because even though I was still craving my sweet tooth, but it's not something that's chemically modified or GMO that's going to damage me in the future. So I think you can still eat snacks, but just maybe something healthier, maybe some almonds or even dark chocolate, without milk. It's different things that you can still eat that is satisfy your sweet tooth, but it's very healthy, and you can still eat certain things.
Yeah. So yeah, again, we just wanted to chat about habits today, and hopefully you are on a path to good habits. As far as homework for this week, I think I'm thinking of an idea, but like Greg, I'll throw it to you if you have any kind of ideas on audience homework there, real quick.
Okay, let's see. So maybe I would say try to go through your house, and I'll just say maybe do like a food habit, things that are maybe not so healthy. Again, maybe if you drink a lot of soda, or things that have high fructose corn syrup in it, or lots of sugar, try to replace those items with something of a healthier value. So let's say maybe you replace, let's say if you drink some type of dark soda that has a lot of carbonation, that has high fructose corn syrup in it, maybe take that out and replace it with maybe like a healthier juice, or like a water that has a little bit of flavor in it that's still carbonated. So you still get that. I know some people like the taste of carbonation. It feels good, but maybe it's like a carbonated water that has a hint of lime or a hint of mango in it, but it's very natural. So when you look at it, it's like no sugars or barely any. So try to just replace certain things with healthier items, as far as maybe 1 or 2 food items that you may have in your house, and do that for a week straight and see how you feel.
Yeah, no, I think that's an excellent suggestion. So with that, I'm just going to go ahead and say, obviously, this has a lot of great ideas. And if you're looking for more inspiration and it just kind of encouragement as far as moving towards a better life and a more positive lifestyle, definitely check out planninggreenzen.com, Greg's blog, and kind of learn a little bit more there about products that might help you on that journey there to live a healthier lifestyle or not. So just want to throw that out.
Thanks, Darrell. And also what I'll do is just, there's a quote by Warren Buffett I like to say. He said, chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. And that's by Warren Buffett. And also, if you guys are join maybe this master, definitely there's a link in the description below that will lead to Darrell. You can contact him, fill out an application. He'll talk to you a bit to let you know what the requirements are, expectations of joining a group like this. We do hold each other accountable because we are all on the entrepreneurial path to fight for our freedom. So again, if you are on that same path, have that type of mindset, go ahead and submit your application in the description below, connect with Darrell, and he'll let you know what the next step will be and possibly have you on the show.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Greg. I appreciate that. And with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up this episode of Inside the Mastermind. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what we had to say, go ahead and share it out with your friends. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and kind of go forward from there. If you did not like it, if you kind of felt there was some feedback that need to be given, go ahead and reach out to us directly so we can work on how to get better. And with that, thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks, guys.